Burroughs, Vonnegut, and Dick. 3 ways to break reality. Science fiction criticism often treats William S. Burroughs, Kurt Vonnegut, and Philip K. Dick as if they belong to separate traditions. Yet, upon closer examination, these 3 authors share a profound engagement with the malleability of reality, each exploring its fractures through distinct lenses. Burroughs through linguistic deconstruction, Vonnegut through satirical humanism, and Dick through ontological paranoia. This essay examines how their works intersect and diverge, offering a comparative analysis that highlights their unique contributions to the genre. Kurt Vonnegut, satirist of the absurd. Kurt Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse-Five, 1969, remains a seminal work in American literature, blending science fiction elements with a stark anti-war message. The novel's protagonist, Billy Pilgrim, becomes unstuck in time, experiencing moments from his life, including the traumatic bombing of Dresden, non-linearly. Vonnegut's use of the refrain "so it goes" underscores the inevitability of death and the absurdity of human suffering. As Vonnegut himself noted, everything was beautiful and nothing hurt, encapsulating the dissonance between the horrors of war and the numbness of survival. Vonnegut's prose is characterized by its simplicity and directness, often employing colloquial language to convey complex themes. His satirical tone serves as both a critique of societal norms and a means to cope with the absurdities of existence. In Cat's Cradle, 1963, he introduces the concept of ice-nine, a fictional substance capable of freezing water instantly, as a metaphor for humanity's reckless pursuit of knowledge without considering the consequences. Through such devices, Vonnegut explores the interplay between science, religion, and human folly. William S. Burroughs, linguistic subversion and control. In contrast to Vonnegut's satirical approach, William S. Burroughs delves into the manipulation of language and consciousness. Naked Lunch, 1959, eschews traditional narrative structures, presenting a fragmented and hallucinatory journey through the protagonist William Lee's experiences with addiction and governmental control. Burroughs employs the cut-up technique, rearranging text to disrupt conventional meaning and expose the underlying structures of power. As Burroughs asserts, language is a virus from outer space, suggesting that language itself can be a tool of control and manipulation. Burroughs' exploration of control extends beyond language to encompass societal structures. In The Soft Machine, 1961, he portrays a dystopian world where individuals are subjected to constant surveillance and manipulation. Through his unconventional narrative style and thematic concerns, Burroughs challenges readers to reconsider the ways in which language and societal systems shape reality. Philip K. Dick, Reality, Paranoia, and Identity. Philip K. Dick's works often center on the instability of reality and the fragility of identity. In Ubik, 1969, the protagonist, Joe Chip, navigates a world where the boundaries between life and death blur and reality itself becomes malleable. The novel's titular substance, Ubik, serves as a symbol of the elusive nature of truth and the constant flux of existence. Dick's exploration of these themes reflects his own philosophical inquiries into the nature of reality and consciousness. Similarly, A Scanner Darkly, 1977, examines the effects of drug addiction on perception and identity. The novel follows Bob Arctor, an undercover narcotics agent who becomes addicted to the substance he is investigating, leading to a dissolution of his sense of self. Dick's portrayal of Arctor's descent into confusion and paranoia underscores the tenuousness of identity and the ease with which reality can fragment under the influence of external forces. While Dick's characters often grapple with personal crises, his works also engage with broader societal issues. In Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, 1968, the protagonist, Rick Deckard, hunts down rogue androids in a post-apocalyptic world, raising questions about empathy, humanity, and the ethical implications of artificial intelligence. Through these narratives, Dick interrogates the moral complexities of technological advancement and its impact on human identity. Comparative analysis, modes of reality break. When examined together, Burroughs, Vonnegut, and Dick represent 3 distinct approaches to the theme of reality's malleability. Burroughs focuses on the manipulation of language and consciousness, using fragmented narratives to expose the control mechanisms embedded within societal structures. Vonnegut employs satire and absurdity to critique human behaviors and societal norms, highlighting the inherent contradictions in the human condition. Dick delves into the instability of reality and identity, exploring how external forces, be they technological, societal, or psychological, can distort perception and self-understanding. Each author, through their unique lens, contributes to a broader understanding of how reality can be constructed, deconstructed, and reconstructed. Their works challenge readers to question the nature of truth and the forces that shape their perceptions of the world. A speculative encounter, Burroughs, Vonnegut, and Dick in an elevator. Imagine for a moment that William S. Burroughs, Kurt Vonnegut, and Philip K. Dick find themselves together in a cramped elevator. The doors close, and the three men stand in silence, each processing the surreal situation in their own way. Burroughs, ever the observer, begins to mutter about the elevator's design, noting the subtle ways in which its structure reflects societal control. You see, he says, control can never be a means to any practical end. Control can never be a means to anything but more control. His voice carries the weight of someone who has dissected the mechanisms of power and found them wanting. Vonnegut, with his characteristic wry humour, quips, "So it goes," acknowledging the absurdity of their predicament with a resigned smile. He turns to Burroughs and adds, "Well, at least we're not in a slaughterhouse." His words, though light-hearted, carry an undercurrent of existential reflection, a hallmark of his literary style. Dick, looking around with suspicion, begins to question the reality of the situation. What if this elevator isn't real? He muses aloud. What if we're in some kind of simulation? His paranoia, a central theme in his works, manifests in this moment of uncertainty as he grapples with the possibility that their shared experience might be an illusion. As the elevator ascends, the three men engage in a spirited conversation, each offering insights from their unique perspectives. Burroughs discusses the linguistic structures that underpin societal norms. Vonnegut shares anecdotes of human folly and resilience, and Dick raises questions about the nature of reality and perception. In this brief encounter, the trio exemplifies the diverse ways in which literature can interrogate the human experience. Conclusion. The speculative encounter in the elevator serves as a metaphor for the broader themes explored in the works of Burroughs, Vonnegut, and Dick. Each author, through their distinctive narrative techniques and thematic concerns, offers a lens through which to examine the malleability of reality. By engaging with their works, readers are invited to question the constructs that shape their perceptions and to consider the forces that influence their understanding of the world. In the realm of science fiction, these three authors stand as pillars, each contributing to the genre's capacity to challenge and redefine the boundaries of reality. Their works continue to resonate, offering insights into the complexities of human experience and the ever-shifting nature of truth. Scholarly references. William S. Burroughs, analysis of William S. Burroughs' novels. This article provides an overview of Burroughs' narrative techniques and thematic concerns, offering insights into his exploration of human consciousness and societal control. E-notes. I'm a novelist rather than a poet. William S. Burroughs' Radical Prose Poetics. Benjamin J. Heel examines Burroughs' innovative use of prose poetics, particularly in Naked Lunch and the Cut-Up Trilogy, highlighting his challenge to conventional narrative forms. EBSN The Long Last Goodbye, Control and Resistance in the Work of William Burroughs. This study explores themes of control and resistance in Burroughs' works, analysing his depiction of societal structures and individual agency. Kurt Vonnegut, analysis of Kurt Vonnegut's novels. This article discusses Vonnegut's satirical style and his exploration of the human condition, providing a foundation for understanding his literary approach. Postmodern narrative in Kurt Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse-Five. This paper analyses Slaughterhouse-Five as a postmodern critique, focusing on vonative experimentation and its implications. JFLCC, The Org. Kurt Vonnegut, Authorship and the Purpose of Literature, a study of Kilgore Trout. This study examines the character Kilgore Trout as a vehicle for Vonnegut's reflections on authorship and the societal role of literature. UNI Scholar Works, Philip K. Dick, analysis of Philip K. Dick's novels. This article provides an overview of Dick's distinctive style and thematic concerns. focusing on his exploration of reality and identity. The Californian Trash World, Crisis and Catastrophe in Philip K. Dick's novels. This paper discusses the recurring themes of crisis and catastrophe in Dick's works, particularly in the context of California's socio-political landscape. Journals.umcspl. Philip K. Dick and the Postmodern. This chapter examines Dick's anticipation of postmodernity and his critique of modernity, highlighting his humanistic approach and exploration of subjectivity. Oxford Academic,